Hey guys, hello and welcome to a new video. I know 2 videos a day, not great for you, but yeah, since I did this case quite recently, and even though I thought initially it would go quite bad, yeah, I think I did alright, and I will do the solve video, so I will be the first out there. But it might be that there are some errors here and there, so yeah, not 100% certainty about that. And also I reconstructed it based on my working file because I never save my working files because I wait until I get the answer sheet. So I also lost the picture here because I deleted it. And here I should probably erase this filter here. So it's a case I watched the video 2 or 3 times because I had the time and I had next to no idea. But along the way, it got I got an idea, and you basically need to know one thing for this case, and it's the indirect function. Without this function, you will not be happy. So, first things first. I want to have for all levels the cell this level is in, or yeah, you can also. So here, the guess from player 1 is in the sheet 1 in E15. So here, E15, and I can now track this down. And now with the indirect function, I can write indirect and the expression sign and the the cell. Okay. Ah, and now you have level 1 solved. Yes. And here you should know or count how many players have guessed correctly. So I go here, it's in E49, E49, drag it down, and then I can basically use this formula from here above. I now have the correct answer, and then I count for all players how many have it done correctly. And because the indirect function cannot spill, and I have an indirect lambda, easy indirect, but only for spilling cells, not for spilling sheet names. So I map this in. I map the sequence of 25 because I have 25 players, and therefore 25 sheets. Indirect A and expression sign and this sign here. Now I now get all the answers from all the players. And now let's name this R for results. And I now fill columns, filter R if R equals the correct answer. It's 5, 8, and so on. Yeah. And we now have the answers, which are also in between the hints. Now, sum of all players who had the correct answer. So basically, I need here the starting cell E83. Oh, okay. Then I need the correct answer. And then I'm using also this formula here, but instead of columns, I use sum and I filter not R, I filter sequence 25. And yeah, I know I could use in this let function the sequence function only once. but I'm not here for an efficiency prize, at least not today. And we have here some results which are in between the hints. Here you should include um, the one player is not in the list, and you should use his answer for guessing the correct answer. So we will get a ref error, and I also need here first the E values. In this case, it's level 4. Level 4 is starting in E117. Extract this. Since this is merged, I need to... Oh no. Yeah, let's make it that way. Okay. Also working. This cell here, and here I use list not in list lambda. Large list is sequence 25, and then text split or minus minus text split, and the row delimiter is a comma. Still value error. Okay. Ah, yes. No, should be fine. But let's take a look. It's one. Okay. It's in the indirect function. Okay. Let's try something out. Okay. I don't know why it's not working directly, but let's then do it manually. Kind of manual. And then we're using the same formula. We can post it also in here. This is the cell we're searching for, yes. And this is the answer. 200, yes, could be. 196, yes. Okay, most frequent correct answer is the most frequent guess for all players. So we're starting at E151, E151. Okay, let's check it manually. And then we want to have all answers. Yeah. So map sequence 25, lambda A and expression sign and cell here. Yes, and we get with indirect then. I don't know, I need indirect here, sorry. Indirect then, all the answers. And then I use most of value and area single result, maximum value, and I get to the answer. Let's copy the formula in here. And we're still using the same formula, but need to adjust it a little bit. 49, yes. 164, 163, 81, yes, should be fine. Now, here we have a list of players, and the average of those guesses is the correct answer. So, level 6 is starting in E185. And then the correct guess is map text split. Uh, no, map equals map, and then text split this. Yeah, text split this with the delimiter lambda a, indirect a, and expression sign and our cell. And then the answer is the average. Average, yes, here it is. 24, 31, yes. And sum of all players. So still the formula here. If none has it correct, then 0. I don't know if this is important. Here it is, since there is 1-0 player here. So, level 7. So, we're basically using first E219, E219, dragging. Oh, it should work now. It is working. Okay, now we need basically the same. It's not 20 here because we only are allowed to use the players that are divisible by this number. So filter text split if mod text split divided by this is 0. And you see there are two errors because you cannot divide something by 0. And for those answers, I need to use all numbers that are a prime number. And I'm fortunate enough that I have a prime lambda. So map text split lambda a is prime a for those two guesses here. And then sum of all players who had the correct answer, 35, 129, 120, 89, 98. So all levels solved. Let's go to the bonus questions. How many games in level 1 did player 1 get correct? So here we have the correct answers. Copy it in here, a little bit aside, you never know. Minus minus this equals this. And the answer is 6. I don't know if I answered 6 there. Which game number in level 1 did only one player got correct? So here, instead of sum, I then use here columns, and I get the number of players. And where's a 1? Here in game number 78. There was only one game that all players got correct. Which one is it? I basically use the same formula here. I need to adjust it probably. Yeah. So I basically want a count of how many players got the according answer correct. This is a little bit of copy task because I have all the answers. Because I have the formula ready, I only need to adjust it. Appropriate. You see. Yes. Uh, no one got this answer? Yeah, yes. Um, okay, 0, manually adjustment, a manual adjustment. 11 players. Okay, and let's search for the 20. No, 25, because we're 25 players. And it's game number 97. How many points did the winning player get? So I do this on a separate sheet. So we have 25 players. 25. And unfortunately it's not in only in those. Okay. Now I filter here everything out that it's not a number. So a little bit manual approach. And then I write here address, row number is row, and column number is 5. And then I get all the answer cells. And then I map lambda a, indirect a, and expression sign, and answer cell. And then I copy this down. Here we have all the answers for the different persons. And now I can filter after the correct answer. So basically, everything that is not a number. And here we have, oh, and the example. Okay. I need two filters. I need to have two filters. First, filter here everything out that it's not a number. And then filter here the examples out. And now I have all the searched answers, or the right answers. And also I have here the points you get. Point answer. So, and then if this is the answer, if this is this, then you get points. Otherwise you get 0. By call sum. And the maximum amount of points is 428. And no, not the live stream. Yeah, 428. And how many correct answers? So we're not summing, we're simply giving out a 1. And then using the sum here, and here the maximum is 60. And we've solved the case in under 20 minutes. It was a fun case. At the beginning it was a little bit of confusing, but after a while I got it. And the problem is that you need to know the indirect function for this, but we're here to learn, and fortunately enough, I knew the indirect function quite well. So thank you for your attention. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.